Hey guys, Bass Sensei here, and this is setup tip number 2. Getting the most tone out of the bass itself. I have 2 tips for you today. First, most of us have active electronics in our basses these days. So, I highly recommend that you do this. Take your bridge pickup out, put a little extra foam in there, and raise it to where it's very, very close to the strings. The vibrational arc of strings at the bridge is actually very small, so this will produce a significant bump in your tone. If you do have passive electronics, the pull pieces on those pickups, if they're too close to the strings, will actually cause distortion. So use discretion with passive basses. Now, one tip on strings. There's tons to cover on strings, but let me tell you this. These basses are made out of wood, and they're usually made out of good wood. And it's not just because they're pretty. They're derived from acoustic instruments, and some of the principles still apply. So in order to get the most tone out of your bass, you'll have to use thicker gauge strings. The reason is they're higher tension. I got here, say, 50 to 105. You have to make truss rods adjustments with thicker gauge strings, but it makes the body resonate more. And it will produce a fuller, meatier tone, which is great for all kinds of vintage stuff. A lot of guys use thinner gauge strings. They're easier to pluck, they're easier to set up, they're a little clearer, all those kinds of things. And there's great reasons to use them. I use them when I play metal and I got to play hard for 2 hours. But you do, in fact, sacrifice a little bit of the tone that the bass can produce when you don't put a lot of tension on the instrument itself. So that's my tip for this week. And until next time, I'm Bass Sensei, and you're dismissed.